Who says that I can't be a bottle girl in the club and then want to level up? Who are you to tell me what the fuck I can do?
How important was love and relationships to you?
My dad's he was locked up for 20 years. Came home about 8 months ago. Now, that's why I pour all my time and investment into my family, because I didn't before. Nobody did that like to me and my siblings. I just always experienced being belittled. I'm small, I'm 4'11", I'm 100 pounds, but my personality and my energy is this big. I like when people doubt me. My revenge is my success. I was pretty broke. I had money for my Airbnb and stuff. A billionaire has a minimum of 7 different jobs. That always stuck with me, right? Until a couple years later, I realized it's not a billionaire has a minimum of 7 different jobs. A billionaire has a minimum of 7 different incomes.
We got a couple of things to jump into today. We have a special guest here. Her name is Teresa. Let's get into it. Miss Teresa, how you feeling today?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. It's a nice night. We made it to the studio. I mean, we'll just start having conversation and, getting into it. But there's been some interesting things to go on. And I feel like you have such a cool story to share. And for most people online, when they're watching somebody or consuming content, right, you're looking for something to relate to. And just from our personal convos, I feel like you have so much to share that would inspire and also be very, very good for people to hear, right? Because it's relatable. But please introduce yourself, share a little bit about where you're from. We're obviously in Miami. What brought you to Miami? And, kind of want to hear your journey a little bit.
Okay, so my name is Teresa Britton. I'm 29 years old. I am from Richmond, Virginia. What brought me to Miami? A lot of things. Being born into a life that you not necessarily chose nor deserve or anybody deserves to be in. I just decided to make a better beginning for myself on my own and just try to find me.
Understood. Okay. So tell us about Richmond. You be everywhere we go, like Richmond do it like this. I be like, goddamn. Okay. So jump into what is Richmond and what did it mean for you growing up there with everything that you went through, both good and bad?
Richmond, I'm not gonna say I appreciate Richmond because that's where I was born. That's who, where I was raised. That's the reason who I am today. The resources, the circumstances, the people, the lack of, just self-worth, period. We're a Commonwealth state. We weren't very cultured a lot, they taught us what they wanted to teach us. I'm used to whites, blacks, and we have a good mix of Spanish and Latina, but really, from my experience, it's like white, black, mixed, or Mexican.
Wait, are you Spanish?
I'm white and black, or if you want the right terms, Caucasian, African American.
There you go, comments. There you go, comments right there. They were guessing. I'm sure they're gonna be
everybody
guessing.
thinks I'm Spanish. It doesn't help that my name is Teresa. I get it, but no. But my mom is white and my dad is black. Both amazing parents. I think everybody did what they could. Unfortunately, it wasn't a lot, but we're here now. So,
did you have anything that inspired you to think outside the box growing up, or what was the number one thing that you wanted to do when you're like, I want to get older and do this, even if it's going out? I remember I couldn't wait to shave my legs.
Honestly, just being there. Okay, so I just grew up this is no way that this is my life. There's no way that this is all there is to life. Which, I will backtrack later on, if we get there today. But I think one thing that I realized that helped me, so I lived in Richmond, Virginia, and about 20 minutes away is Chesterfield County. So while I was going to all white schools, I live in the hood. Mm-hmm. So I'm using my grandfather's address, my mom's father, to go to those schools. So I think that going on the bus and going to my friends' houses and the white kids that had all the money and
right.
I would literally go home with them after school and see like these big houses and all this, and then like I would go home to the hood to go to sleep.
Right.
So it was like I appreciate those moments, you know what
Right,
I'm saying?
for sure.
And I've had so many friends who they took care of, you know, they helped take care of me and my brother. They put food in our mouths when we didn't have it. And those people and those families know who y'all are. So, you know, shout out to you guys. And honestly, so many people helping me and my family and my mom and my brothers is the reason why I'm the person I am today. You know, I will do anything for anyone because so many people helped me, you know, and they didn't even know what they were doing in that time.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Not only helping me and putting food in my mouth, but also showing me what kind of person to be.
Yeah.
So I think that like growing up and now that I'm older, like it really takes you getting older and going through life to really appreciate like all that stuff. So
Oh, definitely agree. This leads me actually to my next question. Just knowing you in a short amount of time, you're super like giving and like, you know, when you go to an event or a party, whether big or small, and there's a host or a group of hosts, and they always want to make sure that you're good. Like, hey, you have a drink, you want some food, you want something, Are you guys happy? Is it cold? Like, just genuinely making sure you're good. Like, that energy is top notch.
Yeah.
And you give that no matter what. It could be in a public place, it could be while you're working. That's just how you are. And then to your friends, you're like that
I
even.
get a lot of that from my mom, mainly from my mom.
And to your friends, you're like that even on a higher level. And so you have a pretty distinct background when it comes to hospitality. And the number one thing, or at least up there, that I think is, I've always lived by this. No matter where you're from, the worst place in the world, doesn't matter. The craziest story, the shittiest things that can happen, people that have like that figure out their gift really early tend to just get lucky, right? And I feel like I'm gonna jump into your like hospitality like journey from like start to now, where like, you know, you're gonna jump into it. I'm gonna ruin it, but you've been taking advantage of opportunities that like people will only dream of, that even are from this city, right? So like I want to like make it clear too, like it's not a coincidence when you see somebody thrive in what they thrive in. It's because they're willing to like let their gift shine, and that's exactly what you do. So share your journey with hospitality and like when you started and why you even started in that.
So one day somebody told me a billionaire has a minimum of 7 different jobs
This is in Virginia.
in Virginia. And a lot of the people that like support me and told me the best advice were people that I didn't know. And so that always stuck with me, right? So then I'm like, I gotta get a job. I gotta get like 2-3 jobs. From 15 to 21, I was working 2-3 jobs
Yeah.
and in school.
Damn.
Until a couple years later, I realized it's not a billionaire has a minimum of 7 different jobs. A billionaire has a minimum of 7 different incomes.
Right.
So then I started thinking, time is money. I'm doing too much. I'm not sleeping. I'm tired. I still don't see nothing in my account. Like, I just knew that I needed to, you know, a change. So one of my friends, her name is Brittany Doggett. She's from Virginia. She got a job at this sports bar called Kickback Jacks in Virginia. She was like, yo, like, this place just opened up. I'm making so much money. Like, you should come. And she's like showing me all the money she's making. And I'm like, and mind you, like, I'm a smart girl, but like, I've always had to like study a little bit harder to get good grades on my, like, you know,
Yep.
I graduated with like a 3.4, but like, I had to work really hard for that 3.4.
That's up there.
Like, I had
like
to
a
work
2.0.
really hard for that 3.4. So basically, I went in and I got an interview. She got me a job, and the GM, his name was Donald Tavaloni.
Okay.
And when he interviewed me, he was like, you're gonna be great. Like, I didn't really say anything. He was just like, you're gonna be great. Started working there. I was a server, 18. Basically, I was just like, I attracted people. I was really pretty. I was good at my job. And he would always force me to do, like, always ask me to do all this stuff, right? Didn't ask anybody else to do it. And I'm like, yo, like, why are you always picking
Yeah.
on me.
Yeah.
He said, because I know you're going to do it and you're going to do it right. Well, why didn't you just say that the first time?
No, that's kind of like it's like when the coach on the basketball team is going hard on the best player because like they know like your potential.
So I realized, and that's when I was like, okay, this man is bettering me. This man is bettering me. Every day I went to work. This man, like, he gave me the responsibility. Long story short, eventually, you know, I was a server, then I was the head server, bartender, head bartender. I had my own manager swipe. And like I said, Virginia is a very like Commonwealth, down by the books kind of, you know, state where even in any industry, like you need to follow the rules or you will be shut down.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of, so originally, like I stayed in the industry so long because I wanted my own club. I wanted my own restaurant because I love to cater to people. You know what I'm saying? I love to see people have a good time, you know.
Natural.
I don't care if you can't dance and you breaking it down the middle of the dance floor. Like, I'm going to enjoy it, you know?
Yeah.
So what really started making me go out and travel to, like, work different places and move different places, when I start to feel, like, unappreciated and doubted, and not saying that I felt like that all the time, but, you know, sometimes your time is just up in certain places. And I worked there for 6 years. And I had been getting into, you know, it just wasn't me anymore, and I was fighting it, you know? Like, you know when you're so used to something and it's been paying your bills, and you don't want to lose it. Like, you can't risk, if I don't have this job, what?
Right.
When
You're
you have to
dependent
help
on
your
it.
family, when you have to help, like, people don't want to take that risk. We know this is working for now, and that's where we're gonna stay.
Right.
So long story short, not only was I there, but when I turned 21, I started doing bottle service. I just always experienced, you know, being belittled. I'm small, I'm 4'11", I'm 100 pounds, but my personality and my energy is this big. So it can be
12 feet.
it can be very intimidating, whatever that means. But, you know, I'm straight up, like, and that's how a lot of people in Virginia are.
Right.
You know, like, I appreciate the good and the bad of Virginia, because there's a lot of, can I say the N-word?
You say whatever you want.
There's a lot of real niggas in
want.
Virginia.
You say whatever you want.
So, anyways, I got those jobs. Like I said, girls.
Name all hospitality. All hospitality.
Oh, you want me to
jobs.
name them all?
No. But I'm saying it all
Oh,
stayed
like
in
bottle
that.
girls. I'm saying,
yeah.
like, I was a bartender. I was a bottle girl.
So you just stayed in that industry.
And this is all in Virginia. Yes, I stayed in that industry because that's where the more money was.
But understood.
Because now I'm thinking time is money.
Right.
I'm not working no hourly
You
job.
figured it out.
Minimum wage in Virginia is $7.25, baby.
Yeah, it's
Do I look like a
crazy.
$7.25 kind of bitch?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. So anyways, girls belittled me. I like when people doubt me. My revenge is my success. So imagine how far I've gotten now, how many motherfuckers try to play with me.
Type shit.
So
Talk
I
your
went
shit.
to D.C., was in D.C. I felt like I wasn't making a lot of money. Unfortunately, during that same time, I was going through a really bad relationship, and I kind of just lost everything. I wasn't happy, and I decided one day, like, I'm gonna move. And I moved to D.C., but D.C. is only 2 hours from Richmond. So I would go home every week. Like, I moved away, and I keep going back.
Yeah.
You know, I keep going back. And so I just had to move somewhere that was far. My relationship was really bad. Like, I felt like I was either going to lose it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know what was going to happen. So I just decided to go. I didn't have a good relationship with my family. I didn't have a lot of loyal friends at the time. To me, what could I lose?
Growing up, how important was love and relationships to you, despite how many not great ones you had, but like how important was it to you to like invest into them?
Now, that's why I pour all my time and investment into my family, because I didn't before. Because nobody did that to me and my siblings. So how are we going to show love and be family oriented if that's not how we grew up or what was taught for us? So now that I'm older, and I'm like, you know, like, this is everything. Like, when I was young, my dad's he was locked up for 20 years. He's home now. He came home about 8 months ago. He lives in Virginia still with all my family.
Ray, right?
His name is Ray.
Shout out
yes.
Ray.
That's my dad. And he's doing great. 21 years sober. Had his own apartment. He just got approved for on his own.
Hell yeah.
Has 2 cars. Like doing it right. So my family. I didn't have a big family growing up. It was my mother. My father was locked up, and I had my aunt and my uncle. My aunt and my mom, they're sisters. So my first cousins, Asia and Aurora, shout out to them, who were like my siblings, who basically raised me.
We love them.
We all 7 of us lived in a 3-bedroom house, 1 bathroom, for a while. Me and my brother slept on a pallet on the floor for years, with our boxes. Water's out. We got to go buy gallons of water from the gas station just to take a bath. But my mom always tried to do what she could,
Right.
Like I said, she made sure we got registered into white schools, because in black schools, I wasn't black enough, and in white schools, I wasn't white enough.
Yeah.
So I was always getting bullied in the Richmond schools. Where she did her best, man. My father and my aunt and my uncles, they were all drug addicts. So my mom was the only one that stayed sober. So basically, at this point at my age, it's
Safe to say,
me
like a role model. Your mom was your role model.
and my 2 cousins who raised me and my brother. So really, it's me, Asia, Aurora, my brother, and my mom. Really, so that was my family.
Got you.
Now that I'm older, I do have siblings that have different moms. We were never around each other when we were young because we had different moms. There's 6 kids, 5 different baby mamas.
Yeah.
But now that we're older, we can change that for ourselves.
Absolutely.
And there's 12 nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
I have 2 godsons. So now, where it went from a family of 5 and went from to a family of freaking 20
Yeah.
because of all the kids. There's 16 kids altogether, 17 the oldest.
That's just
and,
fun holidays.
And 6 months the youngest. So that's what I live for.
So
I don't got no kids. That ain't in my plans right now. I'm just blessed that if I do get there one day, that I was able to plan ahead and do right by my children. If you're not ready to have kids, I'm not the type of person to believe in abortion, but we need to think before we do things,
absolutely agree.
because you are bringing a human into this world and traumatizing them.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I wish
Not only
people-
does it affect that person and you and your family, it affects the world. So I'm very big on I'm crossing my T's and dotting my I's before, I'm very cautious.
So there's a a interesting part that you keep bringing up about your past, which is how important family is, friendship is, despite whatever you were going through, you still try to keep these values, So if you don't mind going into you mentioned, you were in a really bad relationship and, you wanted to just leave. Now, most people, they move to a big city like Miami, like LA, New York. I want to be a new person. I want to change my life. I want to, I want to be an actor. I want to be an artist. I want to be a model. And when I met you and I was listening to where you're from and you were saying Richmond. And I'm like, oh, she probably moved here because she wanted to be a model or something. I don't know. I didn't think you wanted to move here to, just do what you're doing. But I guess what I'm getting at is this is important because I feel like the audience is going to appreciate this, but you didn't do that, and you can share how much you want to share. I'm not going to do it for you, although I know I want you to share it in the way you want to, but what really made you come here? And what triggered you all right, I don't have the money, I don't know how I'm going to live, but I need to leave.
Yeah.
I need to figure this out.
Man, I don't even know where to start with this one. So basically, from everything that I've just shared, it's been hard growing up. Lack of attention, lack of love, lack of stability, all of that, right? So not only am I going through what I'm going through before I moved here, but I'm 22, 23, 24, and I don't even know that I need healing.
Right.
And I'm fucking damaged.
Yeah.
I'm fucking damaged. I don't even know that I need healing.
At this point, right? At that
Like
age.
at that point
that
before
age.
I came here,
sure.
at that age, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And, you know, I grew up watching my dad be my mom. And that was, well, I don't want to say or justify anything, but, you know, a lot of times it's because of the drugs. And it's because of
no,
the,
for sure,
you know,
yeah.
So,
before he got better.
but when I got into my relationship, it wasn't until a year and a half after, you know, that we were together that these things started happening. And after they started happening, somebody looked at me and was like, who taught you that this is what love is? And
The deep ass question.
that shit hit me, like, because I know my dad and I know how much he fucking loved my mom. But I can't explain his actions, right? And where I'm from, they don't care if you're a guy or a girl. We weren't born to not hit a guy. Like
Yeah.
we
That's how it
fight,
is.
we
Yeah.
fight niggas in Richmond. Like it's not good, and I'm not bragging. But I
Right.
fought more guys than I have women in my entire life,
Damn.
and it's not okay.
Right. It's
I
not.
don't want to be angry and like just, you know, and also like I got small people syndrome. Okay. Small people syndrome. But anyways, you know, to go back to what I was saying, I realized that I was not okay. I was in that relationship. I'm either gonna die or I'm gonna go to jail.
Damn.
I'm already broke. Like, I didn't come here to be anybody. I came here to fail in private. I was already failing. I didn't think that I was coming here to do anything.
Yeah.
Like, I was getting away because I thought that I was gonna die.
Right.
I felt it in my chest that I was gonna die. Like, and I just like packed my shit.
And what was the first year like here in Miami? Because it's fucking hard out here.
What was the first year?
Yeah. Like, I mean, it's expensive.
So I was pretty broke. I had money for my Airbnb and stuff. I was a manager at Voodoo Lounge, so I ate for free because I was a manager.
Nice. How did you land that right away?
I was a bartender manager in DC, and
So
from,
you came
and
out with
from
that.
my job
You
with
came with the
kickbacks.
fat resume.
So, but when I applied though, like I knew it was Miami. I didn't expect to get a management job. I thought I was just gonna. I was like, you know, I got to start off small and I'll work my way up.
Sure.
You know, and I got a phone call from one of from Voodoo Lounge, and he was asking me questions, blah blah blah. He's like, well, it's clear that you have more than enough experience. You know how to talk to people. Like, we have a VIP management position coming up, and I would love for you to take over.
So right away got that.
Over the phone before I even moved to Miami.
Nice.
And I'm like, and you saw how I shorted myself? You see how I doubted myself?
Yeah. So
And
from
he
the
was
second.
like, actually, I'm the owner. I don't even do this.
Wow.
I just so happened to come across your resume
Wow. Sheesh.
and hired me. But I was still broke.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I sold everything in my house, and the money I used that I sold my furniture with, I got my Airbnb. Or it was a hotel. I couldn't stay there but for so long because it's considered a continued stay.
Right.
So I had to move every 3 weeks for 5 months until I got my first apartment. I just worked 7 days a week.
So it was Voodoo. What was after that?
Booby trap.
Wait, you went from Voodoo to Booby Trap. So if you guys don't know, Booby Trap is the #1 strip club in Miami. So being from Miami, I'm from Florida, I should say. I'm not from here. But growing up here, both broke and now I got a little comfortable now. When you go to this club specifically, it's like a field trip. It's like, oh shit, cool. You know, you got your friends, you got your vibes, you could eat chicken, smoke, drink, like all the fun, right? So on top of that, it's not fucking cheap. You know, normal drink there is like $24 a shot.
Celebrities every night.
Yeah, I was gonna
athletes
say
every night.
that, and that's why, because of the type of people that are in there. So this is my point.
This is the hottest strip club in the world right now.
60 to 100,
basically.
60 to $100 to get in minimum on a whatever night. You know, $250 on a motherfucking New Year's Eve night. We're not gonna talk about
Hey,
that.
but she paid that.
We're not gonna talk about that.
She paid that though.
I need some. Anyway, here's what I'm getting at. So like I said a little bit ago, I'm big on recognizing, people's gifts for what they are, and I'm not don't gotta gas you right now. Like nobody needs to gas you up. You literally came here with the mindset of I just want to just be somewhere else. I'm gonna do what I know, and then I'm gonna go from there. Who put you on a booby trap? How did you learn about booby trap? What was the thought process there?
I was working as a manager. I needed more, but I was working 7 days a week. But mind you, I came here to heal.
So you
how
wanted to
can
make
I
more money?
heal
Yeah.
if I'm working 7 days a week?
Got you. Okay. So you
When
wanted to
do
make
I
more
have
money
time
working
to
less.
Heal? Exactly. Like I said, I'm big time on money, right?
Work smarter, not harder.
So while I
type shit.
learned that a couple years ago, I'm still wasting all this time. But I'm in a hotel in Miami.
Sure.
I humbled myself real fucking quick. Like, you better go in every fucking day until you know.
Yeah.
What made me leave there, I just feel like every job has like doubted me. Like every time I went to a new job, it was a better job with more money.
Got
Like,
you.
and so I'm like, you know what? Like,
But
I'm always
being here for a year, you had like learned about it. You saw it on the map.
no,
Somebody
I didn't
told you about
no,
it.
No, I just looked up clubs in Miami. I
Oh,
really
okay,
didn't.
okay.
I really didn't know like a lot about it. I didn't know that it was.
And you were like, "Bet I just want another opportunity."
I think that maybe I had heard it in a song before,
Okay.
but I wasn't like
Yeah.
familiar with anything. So what I didn't know was that okay. So basically, how I got this job, I was sick of working 7 days a week. I could just take my knowledge and go start my own club for all that. So I was tired of getting paid less, giving somebody my ideas, my knowledge, I have corporate knowledge. Miami does not have no corporate, nada. Okay? Terrible customer service here. You would never.
Yeah.
I would never.
For sure.
So that's why I make the most money. That's why I have the most clients. That's why I book the most tables, because how genuine I am and because I'm professional and you know what I'm saying?
Yo, I hate to say it, it's so true. Everybody's so used to this fucking 18% and all the minimum.
If one night you want to
You
come in and
motherfuckers is
spend
used
10
to-
bands on a table, but the next day you want to come in and go to the bar, I'm still going to talk to you at the bar.
Right,
I'm
and
still
be
going to
nice,
come to
yeah.
you. They're not like that here.
They're not like that at all.
They're not like that. But what I was saying was how
Yeah.
I got to Booby Trap. I was
Yeah.
tired of all that. And I just dressed up one night and walked in there. And I asked to speak to a manager. And
You hear that? Courage.
I shook his hand and I said, I want to work here.
Nice.
Not knowing that when you interview with the manager that you interview with, you work their shifts. So I thought I was going in for a night shift, but I had talked to a day shift manager and he hired me. So I started off my first 8 months as day shift. And then I worked my way, and now I've been there 4 years, and I've been night shift for about 3.5 years now.
Nice. So just with my personal experiences, seeing you in action, I've seen you serve some of the coolest people. G Herbo, Wyclef, like so many dope people, Future. And, you know, I'm not just saying this either. And maybe I see this in you because I'm this way as well. But like, it's very natural. And it's like, it's funny because people be like, who are you? And it's just because of the energy that's brought. It's called, I shout out to my LA friends, they call it this, it's called celebrity energy. So like you have that, you embody that very well.
But only with the celebrities who have that same energy.
Fair enough.
Those celebrities who don't have that energy are gonna,
probably give their table
are gonna
up.
walk up, or like I'm gonna walk up and they're gonna wonder why they don't got a big booty bitch as a waitress.
Yeah,
But they don't even
fair,
know
yeah.
my service or know my energy
Sure.
to judge anything,
Fair enough.
you know? But that's okay because I don't want to be involved with those kind of people.
Yeah. No, I see
I
what-
don't want to serve those kind of people.
Definitely see what you're saying. Where I was going with this was more like, you know, it's in that type of club, which is already top tier, amazing for what it is. On top of that, and I mean, these aren't official statistics, but like I said, I've seen you on a dead night, on a poppin' night. You fucking, every time you're on the phone, I just booked a table. You're not even fucking working and you booked a table. Like you're up there, if not the top like
I
waitress.
keep in touch with a lot of people.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Like
and
when
you on
people
point
get
with it.
mad at me for like not answering or not texting back, I'm like, not only like am I tired, like I'm also still trying to figure out my life. You know what I'm saying? So
Sure.
it's like, but like people know our relation. I don't gotta say a lot for a lot of people to know like when you come to Miami, you're gonna hit me up. I'm gonna take care of you. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Even if I don't have time to like talk all the time, or
Hell yeah.
or let you know, hey, I'm busy, but it's hard working overnight. You know, you're sleeping all day, so it's not an easy job.
So now you're jumping into, what you've always wanted to do. It seems like, true entrepreneur journey. the shift from going to what you're used to and to now being a real estate agent and kind of going into that, using your network that you've built and kind of jumping into that. Are you excited? Are you scared? Is it nerve-wracking?
I'm nervous. I know it's gonna take time, but after everything that I've accomplished, it's like, why wouldn't you be able to do that, Teresa? Who says that I can't be a bottle girl in the club and then want to level up
And sell a house on Tuesday.
and sell a house on Tuesday and be at the club Tuesday? Like, who are you to tell me what the fuck I can do and how to make my money? Are you paying my bills? You're not. And the people that judge that can judge that. But in my mind, I can sell anything. That's my, so it's not easy to sell a 5, 7, 8K, 9K, 20K table. That's not easy. And especially for somebody to spend that money and always stay and book through you specifically.
Exactly. That says a lot.
You know what I mean?
Says a
I can
lot.
sell anything. So I guess just everything in my life, I've already proved it to myself that I can do anything. So why am I going to limit myself now?
So last question, we're going to close out. Give one piece or maybe 2 pieces of advice for anybody that, be similar to yourself, similar industry, similar upbringing, or just, somebody out there that's like, damn, I relate exactly to what this girl's saying. Give them something that they can like take home and really chew on.
I think the first thing I would say is you got to choose you. If ain't nobody else gonna choose you, you gotta choose you. And I'm not gonna take this quote from my cousin, but your life doesn't change if you don't change, if you don't make changes. Nothing changes. Like nothing changes if nothing changes.
Yeah. Exactly.
You feel me? So I'm not gonna say give advice because everybody has their own story, but all I can really say is focus on healing, being true to yourself, the things that you doubt in yourself and you lack in yourself. We have all the resources in the world, especially in this time and day,
Yes.
to be and do anything you want to do in life. I feel like I could be way further right now in life, but I'm healing. There may be a reason I'm not there yet.
Absolutely.
Maybe if I was there and I wasn't ready, I wouldn't know how to handle it. I wouldn't know how to maneuver it. Or, like, you know what I'm saying?
Well
Like,
said.
maybe I would get it and lose it all because I'm not here yet. So,
I used to say it all the time. I know exactly why God slowed down this process.
but he always has a plan. Like
Yeah.
I said, I came here to fail, and it went the complete fucking opposite way.
Amen. Well, is this your first time doing something like this?
I was on, like, a group podcast before, but personal one-on-one, first time.
Nailed it. Very well, very well. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one. Teresa, thank you so much. You did amazing.
Thank you, Shanice. Thank you for having me. Thank you guys for listening. Follow me at _RESSA on Instagram. Follow my journey. You'll be seeing a lot more of me.
Let's go. Thank you. Peace.